And now Atticus goes up, drawn in the middle of the field, and settles there with the red light on. They're off as well. Now, Threads of Ivy is going to cut across the back of the field. It was the last of them to go. Off the inside, On Your Head, the first to jump away from Atticus. Bolshevik, and now gathering pace inside of those. Regent Star with Meltem gliding across to sit outside of Black Chips. Then came Test of Strength. Saxy Philly getting back there. Speeding Bullet is next. And last of all, as they head through the crossing, Threads of Ivy. On Your Head will lead them through the early stages and, in fact, control the tempo here for a greater part of the journey as they sweep out onto the riverside of the course. 1,500 to travel, and it's On Your Head, who's bowling along a length and a half clear from Atticus, up running second. 3/4 of a length, Regent Star. A further two in the clear to Bolshevik, and one to Meltem, who's camped on the outside of Black Chips as they turn into the back. Almost a length and a half to two, Test of Strength. 1.5 to Saxy Philly. Over on the inside, next of all, Speeding Bullet as they gallop down the back towards the 1,000 metre mark, and whipping them all in is Threads of Ivy. So the leader is On Your Head, the chestnut with the white stockings, and that predominant white blaze out by more than a length on Atticus without any change at all to the order, but the tempo's really even. On the fence, Regent Star, third in the box seat, followed by Bolshevik. Over on the rails to Black Chips, and then a half a length to Meltem, a length and a half to Test of Strength by the 750. On the fence, next of all, is Speeding Bullet, just ahead of the little grey mare Saxy Philly, and still back last of all is Threads of Ivy. There's been no change whatsoever in transit, and as they head by the 550, On Your Head will guide them up to the home corner. On Your Head making play for Kirby. Will set sail for the judge. A length and a half clear from Atticus. Under pressure now from Pike as Meltem makes its move. Back on the fence then Regent Star. A length and a half to Bolshevik. Black Chips looking for an inside run. And further back is Test of Strength. It's On Your Head though that led them. Down inside the last 250. On Your Head in front. Meltem lifts now though under hard riding. Meltem over on the outside draws level, and Regent Star gets the split back on the inside of them. Regent Star goes through, hits the front from Meltem, and Regent Star down on the inside, hugging the fence, a little too good for Meltem. And On Your Head might have grabbed third from Black Chips, who was getting home well. A gap then, Threads of Ivy from last. They were followed by Atticus. Further back in the field, a Speeding Bullet. Bolshevik, Test of Strength was next in, and Saxy Philly is the last to greet the judge. Number 4, Regent Star, ridden by Lee Newman, has won the second race for the day after enjoying a perfect run. Got the rails passage through on the inside to join On Your Head and Meltem. And over the closing stages, it's the Blackfriars gelding that does just a little too well and records only the second win of its career in 37 starts. Knocking on the door recently, though, a perennial place getter, Regent Star, salutes this afternoon on the cusp of turning 5 by Blackfriars out of the former very good mare Mabel Grace, and she's been a great producer as well. Raced by Mrs. C. Wright, Mark Wright, the Reckless Indications, trained by Mark Wright, ridden to victory by Lee Newman. Number 2, Meltem, second by Blackfriars out of Pride for Lou Luciani, Colin Hounsell, Colin Crossley, trained by Lou and ridden by Jason Whiting. Third to number 1, On Your Head by Helmet from Highest for the Oakland Park Syndicate, Reg Webb, Jose Monterrubio, Murray Cutbush, and the Circle of Trust Syndicate managed by Peter Kerr, trained by Fred Kersley, ridden by Brodie Kirby. The numbers are 4, 2, 1. And fourth goes the way of number 5 in Black Chips, with Threads of Ivy from last running on to fill 5th placing. 2:07.24 the time. A long head, 3/4 were margins after the second race for the day. The third, the Ascot Racing Carnival Maiden, over 1,300, will go at 1:49. The scratchings are 5, Bruce Almighty, and 7, Seeing Daylight. So we've got a field of 14. Paul Harvey is on number 8, Trade Fair Express, as we take you back to Britt Taylor, who's in the yard.
Thanks very much, Darren. Mark, a horse that Darren just outlined is only his second ever win, but always so consistent, really deserved this.
Oh, look, he's like an F-Boss machine. You bring him to the races, you pick up a check and you go home. He's been really, really good for us.
He's finished so many seconds and thirds, as we just outlined, but today just got the run of the race, and really it was all over as soon as Lee got that inside split.
Oh, I think Lee's had a couple of runs on him now, and he went out there pretty confident on him today. I think he'll mature a bit off this run, and we may put him away now for a few weeks and bring him back for the Country Cups.
What's the key to him? Is it just an honest trying horse that just needs things to go his way?
He's always been an honest trying horse, but he's just really lacked in maturity, like a lot of the Blackfriars, and he's grown up a bit now, and he's really appreciating that ground.
Could there be improvement to come if he does now have a bit of the win under his belt, has a break and comes back for those country cups?
Oh, look, I think definitely he's going to be a better 5- and 6-year-old than he was a 4-year-old.
Well, let's hope we can see that. Well done.
Beautiful, thank you very much.
Mark Wright, the trainer of Regent Star, posting just his second ever victory from 36 starts, 5 seconds and 7 thirds. So a consistent performer, and you can't ask for much more than that as connections. He just called him an FPOS machine. You come to the track and you know you'll pick up some sort of a check. And today the check's a little bit bigger than it has been at his past few starts when he has finished second and third. Always near the placings, but today he's able to go those couple better, and Lee's had a couple of rides on him this campaign, so has got to know him quite well, and today from 3 was able to get the ideal run in transit. Lee, you've got to know this horse, but today you just look to be in the ideal position.
Yeah, that's basically what we wanted to do, and we got away with doing it, so I pretty much thought the On Your Head would go forward. He can be keen otherwise. I thought just follow him, he would get me up into the straight, which he did, and he rolled off nicely for me, so we went in the short way and we got it done.
How was he travelling throughout, and how did you find that tempo?
For a stage he was a little bit keen, but I just managed to get him to switch off, and I was actually off the bridle most of the way around until I clicked him up in the straight where he picked it up, so I saved most, I think, on the way around there.
As soon as you saw that run come on the inside, did you think it was over?
I thought it was going to be game over anyway, because everything was off the bridle, I thought, around me. I can't see behind me, but I'm pretty sure if they were any good, they'd been there when I was on the bit. So I figured I just got to get around them or get through them. So I was just waiting for the best possible place to go with him, because I know he picks up. So
Inside's always a nice way home. Well done.
it helps.
Lee Newman there with combining with Mark Wright and the win of Regent Star.